G'day folks. Now firstly I apologise for the cars going past, but this was a really spur of the moment idea, and I had the camera in the car, so I've just pulled over on the side of the main road. But this is a bit of a feel-good clip, and I guess we'll call it regrowth. It's only a few months since the most devastating bushfires that this country has ever had, or any country, I think, for that matter. Well, maybe that's not true. I guess I could say the worst fires in living memory. This is one patch here that was just absolutely smashed, although a lot of the trees are still standing. But this country's resilience is unbelievable, and I love how a tree that was scorched, branchless like this little eucalypt here is spotted gum, I think, is just sends its new branches out straight from the trunk of the tree, straight out. These will become pardon me, these will become great big branches of their own. On the ground, look, here's a tree that has been burnt right down into the ground. I saw some that was amazing, that even the roots of the tree have been burnt out under the ground, leaving this big sort of star shape. Look, here's the beginnings of a wattle, an acacia tree, grass everywhere, lamandra here and here, lamandra longifolia, more grass, more lamandra, some more strap leaf plants, that one there, growing around this completely scorched chunk of what was once a decent sized tree. More lamandra, another wattle there. Here's a eucalyptus growing straight out of the ground. It was pretty typical, as in Murphy's Law typical, that straight after the fires had receded, we got a lot of rain. It's actually flooded in some areas. Seriously, this country, eh? Gotta love it. Well, here's another stump, and look, all around it. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Where am I looking? Got a really lovely little flower here. If I could find it. No, I can't pick it up in the screen. Never mind. There it is. Sorry. You probably already spied it. And it rained last night, so there's water everywhere and water on things. But just the ability, this country's ability to recover is nothing short of astounding. A lot of people thought, no, this is going to take years. No, it's not. This is 3 months. Well, let's say 3.5. And look at the growth on these trees. Out of all these blackened, twisted, dead branches, new growth is springing everywhere. Like I said, we got quite a lot of rain straight after the fires, so all those seeds and things that were still laying around, it's really quite green. It's beautiful. It's so heartening, and look at all the new growth. That looks like a that's a Isolupus nodosa. Here, plant of a different colour. There, little yellow flower. More Isolupus there. More Lamandra. And it marches off back. This is just one little area that I just chose. It just sort of jumped out at me. It was so green. Marches back there. And every tree is wearing a new coat. And grass is springing everywhere, and the animals will be back. You can bet your life. Kangaroos and wallabies breed very quickly, especially when times are good. They take advantage of that. And with all this standing water around from the rain, with plenty to drink. I just thought for those of you in the cities, and if you don't get out much, and you're thinking to yourself that, you know, you're still pondering on the sadness of what has been, well, let this salve your conscience and put your mind at rest. It's coming back to life quicker than I thought possible. What a wonderful thing to see. Isn't it? Every tree, well, almost every tree. Well, that one's bare at the trunk, but it's blossoming up there, or sprouting, I should say. And just the way it sprouts, boing, straight out of this charred stump. Look at that. I mean, that's still charcoal. It'll remain like that for a long, long time. But coming straight out of them, rising literally from the ashes, as it were. And some of them are quite substantial already. Yeah. Tough old country, hey? It does. I'm just smiling as I'm doing this. Look, here's a burnt stump with the beginnings of 2 Lamandras growing from it. We'll bury all that in green. It'll just be a pile of green. You won't even know there used to be a tree or a stump there. It's so cool. Anyway, just a little clip which I will probably entitle Regrowth. Little flowers growing everywhere. More acacia there. Soon you won't be able to walk through this. It'll be so thick with foliage, ground cover, understory stuff and shrubs. The branches will come out across here and fill it all up. Really wonderful. And that looks like a bandicoot hole. Yep. Well, that's a good sign. Bandicoots. Now, I've had one in my backyard the last few weeks, digging out all the lawn grubs for me, doing a great job. If there's little marsupials like that around, wow, that's just brilliant. And look across the road there, you can see what I'm talking about. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it made you happy as it made me. Yeah, that butcher bird off in the distance. He's happy too. Okay, see you folks.